At Growth, our vision is to see the marginalised of Tower Hamlets transformed by God for His glory. And we've partnered with over 25 local evangelical churches for the past 15 years to make that vision a reality.
Our night shelter provides a safe space, a warm bed and hearty meals for the homeless as it rotates around the church venues.
We hosted 140 guests this past season, over 212 consecutive nights throughout the coldest 7 months of the year, between October 2024 and April 2025.
83 of those guests were able to move on into positive new accommodation, thanks to the support of Growth's advocate work. Our advocate workers also work with the guests on all of their other presenting support needs during their fairly brief 28-night stay in our shelter, all aimed at getting them ready to move on.
More than a dozen churches open their doors and show hospitality, and hundreds of volunteers show incredible love and care towards our guests each season. They provide so much more than just a safe space for the night, welcoming guests with hot, home-cooked meals and sharing them around the table. They then spend the evenings befriending them, having great conversations, having fun together and sharing Jesus' love.
Over the 15 years that Growth has partnered with the local churches to run the night shelter, we have had a total of 1,635 guests come through our doors, and 716 of them have been supported into new accommodation.
In 2015, Growth identified the need for accessible accommodation here in Tower Hamlets,
offering men and women a stepping stone from the streets and homelessness towards independence.
And thanks to a fantastic partnership with a local housing association called Poplar Haka, we have been able to grow a housing project. We've been able to provide homes to more than 160 residents to date. This medium-term accommodation presents residents with a settled base from which they can work with our housing workers on any of the root support needs that may have contributed to their homelessness, ranging from tenancy sustainment to mental or physical health, debt and finances, employment, or support with other life skills.
But our support isn't just practical, it's holistic. We see relational and spiritual support as being a big part of what we can provide in the housing, and this allows our residents to flourish in the best way possible. We grew last year from housing 15 residents to having 31 residents at any one time, and with an all-time positive move-on rate of 80% who have been enabled to move onwards into independent accommodation. Coupled with other statistics like recently having 3/4 of our residents either able to sustain or get into employment, we think that this is a model that really works well.
Having first opened our day centre in 2022, we have been at our current site since 2023. It has been an amazing success, going from strength to strength over the last 2 years. It provides a safe and warm space for our shelter guests to come throughout the daytime, as well as for our housing residents and even members of the local community to come and feel welcome. It offers facilities like haircuts, laundry, a place to store luggage, showers, and access to support. Fun and games are also a big part of what goes on, with puzzles, chess, and table tennis as regular features, and other regular activities like art classes, sports, coffee and cake mornings, and film afternoons. We have had some incredible speakers come in each week to talk to our guests and tell us their stories. Regular social events also help our guests and visitors to feel valued and boost their social inclusion. We've hosted Christmas and Easter parties, Burns night and quizzes, Jubilee and coronation events, and men's breakfasts and women's brunches. We also like to make sure that we are spreading joy as well as all the serious stuff that takes place.
As a partnership of local churches, it is and always has been key that Jesus Christ and telling the good news of the gospel is at the centre of everything that we do.
Our Bible verse is 1 John 4:19. We love because he first loved us. As a result, we show God's love for the poor and marginalised practically through all of our projects. but we also make sure that those who come through our doors know that they are loved. Many of our guests and residents have been through so much in life, and having someone to listen to them, which we can thankfully offer through our chaplaincy, as well as ensuring that the essential bonds with the local churches are kept strong, are the lifeblood of everything Growth does. But we also understand that if we only dealt with people's physical and emotional needs, then we would be neglecting the spiritual side of life and leaving them unfulfilled. This means that we ensure that Bible studies and faith conversations are offered, but not coerced, during the evening programme in our night shelter. Likewise, we offer Bible studies and other courses exploring the Christian faith, including testimonies and stories and prayer ministry, all of which have had an incredible uptake and have been really valued by those who have attended and participated.
We are seeing lives transformed one by one, and we're reliant upon God, but we also need your continued help and support. So if you're interested in finding out different ways that you can be involved in the work going on here at Growth, head to our social media and head to our website and see the different ways that you can get involved.